This is Nicholas Bell with IONCINEMA, here to review The Green Knight, the seventh film directed by David Lowery, who's last on hand with Robert Redford's swan song, The Old Man and the Gun. Here he's adapting the famous 14th century Middle English poem, a chivalric romance, whose author is anonymous but is up there alongside Chaucer as the most important text of the period. You know, very much also Le Morte d'Arthur, Beowulf, in that realm, if you aren't familiar with this lengthy poem that it's based on. Lowery very much makes it his own in this adaptation in very kind of tongue-in-cheek ways, especially compared to the text. But suffice to say, it is about Sir Gawain, because the poem's name is Sir Gawain in The Green Knight, played by Dev Patel, who is a nephew of King Arthur, played by Sean Harris, and Guinevere, played by Kate Dickie. And this one particular Christmas that opens the film, he's allowed to sit beside his uncle. His mother, Sarita Chowdhury, is a witch, basically Morgana Le Fay, but the film, Lowery doesn't really get so much into all of that in these relations, but a Christmas game begins when a mysterious figure, this hulking green figure known as the Green Knight, who looks a little bit like Groot, stumbles into Camelot and hands a letter to the Queen, who reads it out in this kind of demonic voice that takes over her, that he has come to offer anyone who can land a blow on him, he will return that same blow in a year and a day's time. And of course, this being a chivalric romance, somebody from the Knights of the Round Table is supposed to step up and take the challenge. Arthur himself wants to, but Gawain stands up, ends up cutting off the Green Knight's head, and then that seals his fate. And a year and a day from then, will travel to the Green Chapel 6 days north, and likely have the same blow returned to him. So as he's dreading that, he becomes famous throughout the land, and all of a sudden a year goes by too quickly and he must travel forth. Lowery gives him some additional fleshed out interactions on the trail, including with a trio of bandits, a headless ghost, until we finally get to kind of the meat of the poem, which is a lord and a lady, played by Joel Edgerton and Alicia Vikander. Vikander also plays his girlfriend back home, so very much Coppola's Dracula, Winona Ryder thing that he is doing there. And then another game of an exchange of winnings takes place, and the deceit of a knight, etc., that plays into his fate. Meanwhile, his mother is also trying to help him out in the form of a fox that's added, courtesy of Lowery. Lots of mysterious, enigmatic things happening, definitely better to be seen on a big screen. If you knew nothing about it and kind of just landed there, it feels very much like an A24 stable film. Like I could see this being Robert Eggers or Ari Aster even. But Lowery seems to have not finally, but has found kind of a different, very intense and interesting groove with this medieval adaptation. He does things, he adapts it, and even playfully kind of pokes at improvements and adaptation within some of the dialogue in the script, but does something very interesting in the finale, I think, that speaks to, you know, time coming for us all and laying down the gauntlet. Overall, I would give The Green Knight 3.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you.
Hey, this is Eric from IONCINEMA.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.